Hey everyone, it's Megan Rose from the Philippines. Welcome to another set of tutorial on how to make this bulky bottom wallet. So we're gonna work on the bottom part of this, making a hexagon of clusters of 6, and then we're gonna go up and make several rounds up for this wallet. So for this one, we're gonna need the following materials. We're gonna need a short nylon monoline string that is 050 mm, a pair of scissors to cut the string, and some acrylic rough beads that are 6 mm, or you can also use chalk beads, and the size is 6 mm. And today we're going to use 3 colors, but it's up to you if you want more colors for your wallet. For the dimension of this wallet, I will put it on the description box below along with some suggested string length. So now we're ready to start our project. I cut my string for about 2 meters. I think you're gonna make 2 batches. We're gonna need 2 batches of string for this project. So to start off, we're gonna make a cluster of 6 for the bottom part. So you need to hold your string wherein the first end is on your right hand and the second end is on your left. So we're gonna put 5 beads on our right string. So this is gonna be the first color. And then we're going to salik up with 1 bead. This is a term I frequently use where I insert the right string going to the left and the left string going to the right. Just in 1 bead, we're gonna align both our ends and slide that 1 bead going to the rest of the bead, making a cluster of 6. So that is our foundation cluster, a cluster of 6. So now we're gonna work on the second round. And these are all out of clusters of 6. So as you can see, it creates that hexagon type of shape. So to acquire that, we're gonna put first 4 beads on our right string, and then we're going to salik up with an orange bead. So now we have created another cluster of 6. So our project should look like this. So now we're going to insert our left string going to the one adjacent bead. So take your left string, insert it to that one adjacent bead going to the left, so that our string is coming out from 2 beads right now. We'll create another cluster of 6 by putting 3 beads on the right string, and then salik up with 1 bead. So now I have this. Take your left string, insert it to one adjacent bead, put 3 beads on the right string, and then salik up with an orange bead to create the third cluster of 6 for the second round. This project has 10 rounds to it. So now we have that. Take your left string again, insert it to one adjacent bead, put 3 beads on the right string, and then silicone with a bead. And this is gonna create the fourth cluster of 6. So now it should look like this. Take your left string, insert it to one adjacent bead, put 3 beads on the right string, and silicone with 1 bead to create the fifth cluster of 6 for the second round. So now it should look like this. So we need to close it. So what we're gonna need to do is take our left string, insert it to 2 adjacent beads instead of 1. So insert it here and then the next one to the next one. So now our string is coming out from 3 beads. So here's where we close the second round by putting 2 beads on the right and then silicone with 1 bead. So now we have made this and it looks like a hexagon. So now we're ready to make the third round for the wallet. So since our string is coming out from this bead here, we're going to insert it to one adjacent bead so that our string is coming out from those 2 beads there, and then we're going to introduce another color. So I'm gonna use white. So all of the third round is composed of clusters of 6, so we're gonna make clusters of 6. Put 3 beads on the right string using your second color, and then silicone with 1 white bead to create our first cluster of 6. So now we're in this side part here of the hexagon. So we're gonna insert our string through that 1 bead there, and here is where we're going to make another cluster of 6. So put 3 beads on the right string and then silicone with 1 bead, and that is what we're gonna do all throughout the third round. So now you have this, so it should look like this. So for the next cluster, take our left string, instead of 1 we're going to insert our left string through two adjacent beads, and here we'll create a cluster of 6. So put 2 beads on the right string and silicone with 1 white bead. So now I have this. Take your left string, insert it through 1 adjacent bead. So this is the second corner. I'm gonna make another cluster of 6 here. Just make sure that all of your beads is 6 all in one cluster. Put 3 white beads on the right string and then silicone with a white. Okay, so we're just going to fill all of the third round making clusters of 6. So once again I'm gonna show you, and then you can do it on your own. Insert your left string through 2 adjacent beads. So if you're in the middle part, you're gonna insert through two adjacent beads, and if you're in the corner, you're just gonna insert your left string through one adjacent bead. So here's where we're gonna make another cluster of 6. So put two beads on the right string and then silikop with one white bead. So I think you can do it on your own now, and I'm gonna just um, catch up with you right before we close this third round. Okay, so our project should be looking like this. We have made clusters of 6 all around for the third round, and it's looking like a hexagon right now. So we're just gonna close this third round by taking our left string, inserting it through two adjacent beads, and then we're gonna make a cluster of 6 for this. So take two beads and put it on the right string, and then silikop with the white bead. So now we have this. So for the fourth round, we're just gonna make another round, but the difference is for the corners we're gonna put clusters of 5 instead of 6, and in between them there's gonna be two clusters of 6. So we're gonna do that so that the item or the piece will fold. So we're gonna do that next. Okay, now so we're gonna start the third or the fourth round. So our string is coming out from here. So what we do is take our left string, insert it through one adjacent bead, and we're gonna introduce our third color. So I'm gonna use a pink one. So make a cluster of 6 by putting three beads on the right, and then salikop with a pink bead. So that is the first cluster of 6. Take your left string and then insert it through two adjacent white bead. Here's where we're gonna make a cluster of 6 again. So put two beads on the right and salikop with a pink bead. So now we have made those two clusters of 6. So now we're in the corner. So take your left string, insert it through that one adjacent bead, and here's we're gonna form a cluster of 5. For all of those 6 corners, we're gonna put clusters of 5. So put two pink beads on the right string and silikop with a pink bead. So now we have this. So we're doing this so that the piece will be rounded in a way. Take your left string, insert it through two adjacent beads. So here's where we're gonna make two clusters of 6. So put two beads on the right string and then silikop with a pink bead. So we're just gonna go and work on that for the fourth round, making two clusters of 6 in between clusters of 5 for the edges. Take your left string, insert it through two adjacent beads, and then I'm gonna let you go on and do that. So in between the corners, which are clusters of 5, we're gonna make two clusters of 6. We're gonna work on that around, and I'm gonna catch up with you right before we close. Okay guys, so now we're almost done with our fourth round. So it should look like this for now. It's becoming a bit rounded. So this is gonna be the bottom of the wallet. So to close it, we're just gonna make the last cluster of 5 in the corner. In the last corner. So insert your left string through 2 adjacent beads. And then put 1 bead on the right. And salikop with 1 bead. So now we're ready to start working on the 5th to the 10th round, which are all composed of clusters of 6. So I'm just going to show you how to start with it, and then you can do it on your own. Insert your left string through 1 adjacent bead, and then put the first color of your choice, or maybe another color that you would like to incorporate. So for me, I put the orange one next. So put 3 beads on the right string, and then salikop with 1 bead. So that's gonna be the first cluster of 6 for the 5th round. So to do the next ones, we're just gonna insert our left string through 2 adjacent beads. Then we're gonna put 2 beads on the right string, and then salikop with 1 orange bead. And that's what we're gonna do for the rest of the clusters around. Insert your left string through 2 adjacent beads, put 2 beads on the right, and then salikop with 1 bead. And I'm gonna catch up with you right before we close the 5th round, okay? Okay guys, so our piece should be looking like this. You can see that it is now folding for the 5th round. So I'm gonna show you how to close every round and how to start it. So we're gonna take our left string to close this 5th round. We're going to insert it through 3 adjacent beads. So through these 2 pink ones and the one next to it. And here's we're gonna make the last cluster of 6. So take 1 bead and put it on the right string, and then salikop with 1 orange bead. So now we're gonna start with the 6th round. So we're just gonna insert our left string through 1 adjacent bead, and we're gonna introduce our second color. So to start it, we're just gonna put 3 cluster or 3 beads on the right string, and then salikop with 1 white bead. And we're just going to make clusters of 6 all around it up until we reach the 10th round. So that is how you start and end every round, okay? Okay guys, I'm in the middle of my project and I am running out of string. So I'm gonna show you guys how to close this up first and introduce another set of string. So take your first end and insert it inwards through your project, making sure that it is long enough so it wouldn't be pulled out easily, for about 3 to 4 inches. And afterwards, you just need to cut it. So I'm inserting the first end through a series of beads within the wallet piece to close it off. And that's also what you're gonna do with the other end. Insert it through several beads inwards, and then you just need to cut your string. And then afterwards, after doing that, you need to cut another batch of string, maybe about 2 meters more, and then you're going to insert it downwards to the next cluster. and just make sure that both of your right and left ends are equal. So since I'm here, I'm gonna make a cluster of 6. So I'm gonna put 2 beads on the right and silicop with a white bead. So I'm gonna take my left string and I'm gonna silicop with 1 white bead. And just like when we started, we're gonna align it, and then we're going to slide our 1 bead, making sure that our left and right string is of equal length. So now we're ready to continue on with our project. Okay guys, so by now we may have reached our third round for this wallet piece. So we're just going to close it. So just like when we close all of the other rounds from 5 to 10. But this one is a little bit different since this is the last one. So insert your string through 2 adjacent beads, and also for the next one on top of it. And then we're just going to silicop with 2 pink beads, and then we're gonna fasten off. Silicop with 2 pink beads. Take your first string and insert it throughout the inner beads of the wallet, just to fasten it off for about 3 to 4 inches. And afterwards, you just needed to cut it off. And what's left for us to do after this is to put the zipper on it. I don't know if I can make a separate tutorial on how to put a zipper on this, but my advice to putting zippers is just use a thinner type of string. So what I usually use to sew it is the 0.35mm one, because if you use a regular thread it would be visible, and since this string is a bit colorless, you wouldn't see the thread when you sew it. So that's just about the last bits of our tutorial for today. So you need to pinch it apart in order to put the zipper, and it has that bulky type of bottom to it. So I hope that you enjoyed working on them as much as I enjoy teaching them to you. All of the information about these projects is gonna be on the description box below, and more will be on my blog. Maybe I will put the written pattern for this on my blog, so please do check that out. And I think that's it for now. Happy beading everyone.